Hey guys, Morten Aastad here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am following up on a thread that was started by Mark Morris. Not sure how long ago, and it was a thread that apparently a lot of people saw but didn't follow up on. And then today I saw that Garage Geek did an intervention because Mark is clearly starting to hit the bottle over this whole issue, and in order to sort of reel him in and make sure that this doesn't escalate, Garage Geek did the first entry into this thread, long overdue, and I'm here for you, Mark, and I'm going to do the same as well. There are four tasks, as it were, in this thread, and I'm trying to remember them, and because Garage Geek, as usual, parades all these little dogs, nightmare dogs. Sorry, I love dogs. Just kidding. In this video, and that made me so distracted that I have now more or less completely forgotten what Mark initially wanted us to do. But I think it was first of all it was a getting to know kind of video.
Getting to know.
Now I've opened up about a few things in various other threads and videos. Partly because it was sort of asked of you, so go see those. But yeah, tell about other hobbies you have apart from all of this that people in the vinyl community don't know, and things about you. Well, the hobby thing was first. Yeah, I think so. Sorry, sort of a spur of the moment thing. This, and as those of you who have been following me for a while now know that I do sport these baseball caps and the occasional jersey, but I actually follow baseball. I am one of those very rare people, Scandinavian, Norwegian, Dane. I'm also part Swedish, by the way, if anyone wonders, who actually follows baseball. And I have done so for, I would probably say, since internet, because before that I wouldn't be able to, basically. Why baseball? Well, I kind of hate soccer, or football as we call it over here, and I never understood why I was always it was always demanded of me that I should like that sport. It's I find it incredibly boring. Baseball, I think I became aware of the fact that I was intrigued by baseball from the sitcom Cheers. Sam Malone, who was a relief pitcher in that series for the Boston Red Sox, and that is why I chose a favorite team. So my favorite team, as you can probably tell, are the Colorado Rockies. I even dug out this old beauty today. It's actually full of some fun stuff. I thought I might just briefly show you, if that's okay. I'm also a Denver Broncos fan. And you might not know this about me, but I have a Denver Broncos tattoo. So back in the late 90s, I started chatting online, Yahoo Chat, and I became friends with various people in some chat room. I did go to Denver a few times after that, and one of the people that I was friends with there knew how much I love baseball and was fascinated by a Norwegian loving baseball so much. So she gave me these. These are pins from the inaugural seasons of the Colorado Rockies, and I have this whole bunch of them. The first 2 years of the Colorado Rockies, when they had their inaugural season and their second season, they didn't play at Coors Field because that was still being built. So they played at Mile High Stadium, the home of the then home of the Denver Broncos, and they set a lot of attendance records there because there was room for more than 80,000 people at Mile High Stadium. So you have, for the record, 1993 MLB season attendance record, and lots of other stuff like the finale, the 1994 season game. This one's expansion 1 loss record. Here you go. See those? So this is a fun thing that I kind of. Here's with the old Astros logo. So this is the Rockies' first sweep of a series sweep, and lots of other things. I also have ticket stubs. Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Colorado Rockies, April 13, 2002 at Coors Field. And here's Colorado Avalanche versus Dallas Stars, and so on. So the Colorado Rockies are my favorite National League baseball team. But since I live on the other side of the planet, I also have a favorite American League team. And again, we come back to the TV show Cheers. Yes, my favorite American League team are the Boston Red Sox. And the reason I became a Red Sox fan was, like I said, watching the TV series Cheers. Fortunately, I have never seen the Boston Red Sox. I was going to go to Boston when I was in New York in 2002, or the States. I was in New York visiting my aunt, well, not real aunt, but my family friend, who I always call my aunt, who was staying in New York, taking care of her daughter and son-in-law's child while they were studying in New York. They got a grant, and this was back in 2002. It was very warm when I got to New York in the spring. And then I went to Denver to stay with some friends for about 10 days, where the air was very dry and very cold. Went back to New York, and I was going to stay there for a couple more days and go up to Boston. And then I got sick. My bronchitis just basically told me, yeah, going from humid New York to dry, cold Colorado, and then back to even hotter New York. Yeah, I'm not having that. So those days that I was going to go to Boston, unfortunately, fell through, and I have never been there since, or in the States since. Now, being a Boston Red Sox fan and a Colorado Rockies fan seemed to be working out fine. Didn't seem very likely that either team would win the World Series at any stage in the first years. And then, of course, the Boston Red Sox did win the World Series, and that was a very happy moment for me there back in 2004. And then, unfortunately, the worst thing that could happen did happen. The Boston Red Sox and the Colorado Rockies both went to the World Series. That was a tough one for me. As you can see, I do I did follow baseball quite a bit, and back in the days when I couldn't actually watch it because there was no one broadcasting it, still isn't, but you got MLB TV now. I would buy these World Series DVDs. So there you had the yeah, this was the one where the Diamondbacks beat the Yankees. That was kind of a big deal because it was it was a baseball team from a state that didn't exist when the first World Series were played. And you had the 2002. That was when the Angels won their one and only. And here's the this is the one, the big one, the 2004, where the Boston Red Sox beat the St. Louis Cardinals. Of course, the real huge thriller was of course the ALCS, which was just historic, and also funny that the American version of the film Fever Pitch, which of course is about a Boston Red Sox fanatic, kind of gets ruined because he learns his lesson that sports isn't everything, and he should be happy with the woman he gets, and then that lesson is ruined by the Boston Red Sox winning the World Series. Then we had this was the White Sox when they won again for the first time, so almost sort of repeating, getting out of their curse, just like the Red Sox had done. And this, of course, is the terrible, the one that was kind of terrible for me: Colorado Rockies and the Boston Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox winning in 2007. I also have a couple of other souvenirs from Boston Red Sox. I have this frame here with their logo, and this is their 2004 championship. The 2007 championships, which you can also see here. And I also have the 2013 and the 2018. Another question was to tell something about you that other people didn't know. So I've never been in a relationship with a woman, and I tried, and I tried a bit too hard, and I actually went to Australia because I was in love, and I thought she was in love with me, and I was going to stay there for 2 months, and couple of days, 4 or 5 days into that stay, she ended it, and that was pretty tough. And did Morten ever really get back from that? I don't know. Probably not, because I've been single ever since. But I did get to go to Australia, and that was a big deal for me because Australia means a ton for me. The music, the culture, and everything, I think is lots. Well, not everything, but tons of things are very important to me, and were before I met her. But I do have a lot of great memories from Australia and Australian music and culture. And best illustrated by this that I found, it's from the Crowded House Encore. They did a farewell to the tour world concert in front of the Sydney Opera House, and then some years later they sort of existed again, and they sort of did a repeat. So this is something I managed to get from Australia, which I think is pretty cool. And it's so cool that I still have it lying around on my desk here, and I haven't been able to frame it or anything. Bad Morten. A question Mark wanted answered was, what is your first, or was your first, vinyl record or record, if you can remember? And what is your last one? The last one you got? Both are a bit tricky, but I think I'm pretty sure that the oldest record that I have in my collection, which was given to me or I would have gotten, was I got some vinyl records as a gift from my late half sister. The other one that I was gifted was Some Girls by the Rolling Stones, but I think I got that for Christmas the year I was 7. This I'm pretty sure I remember getting when I turned 7, so that would have been earlier. And that's Black and Blue from 1976 by the Rolling Stones. And I've actually managed to keep this pretty good. There's something that happened here, but that was one of those stupid price code stickers they used to have on all kinds of records in Norway. With they were blue with a number on it for the price code. Luckily, it wasn't stuck on the front, which they often did as well. It was stuck on the back, and I must have tried and failed to remove it, and that's why that's here. And a very I don't know, is it underrated, sort of forgotten? The problem with it is, of course, that this guy joined the band and he wasn't Mick Taylor, so you know, the music. But I love this record, and not just because it's, you know, a gift from my sister, but because of the music, which I think is really cool, actually. And also Bill Wyman looks really cool here as well. I've gotten several records in the last couple of weeks. Some of them I haven't really showed yet, or I've already made videos for them, but they haven't gone out yet. And I haven't made a video for this one, but it also hasn't gone out yet. So I was a little, should I show this now? But then I remembered I did get a couple of records after this, but they arrived in the mail. This is the last record I've actually gone to a record shop and bought, and funny enough, it's also the Rolling Stones. So there you got Live at the Wiltern. So what are other hobbies and interests Morten has apart from collecting records and music, which is probably my oldest hobby? Well, I love to draw. I try to become a cartoonist. You've seen some of my drawings showing up either in videos or in my thumbnails. Here is an example of something I made not too long ago. It's sort of me drawing, sitting and drawing. So there you have that. I've been into and very interested in beer, especially craft brewing, for the past, well, mostly beer since I was old enough to drink it, because my dad loved dark beers, stouts and porters and Rauch beers and so on, and Schwarzbier, which works fine for me because I like bitter stuff, and I still love dark beer. I don't drink beer a lot now, and in fact, I haven't had beers more or less since you saw. Some of you may have seen my celebrating my 10,000th unique beer back on December 31st, and since then I haven't had beers. You know, I have some health issues, and also I lost a bit of interest. Got a little fed up with it, oddly, believe me or not. Don't really respond. One problem is that what's been happening for me over the last few years, as I'm getting a little bit old, getting older and all that. I will think about how I am going to feel the day after I drink beer before I drink them, and it ruins it a bit for me. But I have lots of beer paraphernalia, and since I also love the country Wales, I thought I would show you guys this one. This is Tiny Rebel, Welsh craft brewery, and craft brewing has been a passion of mine over the past 15 years or so, and it's made me go to lots of different fun, interesting places around in Europe, and actually in South Africa as well, another country I'm very fond of. There's your Springbok South African rugby mascot over there. So yeah, I thought this could be fun to show you guys and about me and my interests. Apart from that, well, I love history. I love reading books about history. I'm better at reading that than novels. So history and autobiographies are more my thing. World War II history, World War One history. Uh, History of the British Empire, things like that interests me. I'm very interested in countries that I call Dominion countries. Those are the, sort of the self-sustained, self-governing parts of the British Empire that gradually got their independence, not through war or treason, but through the British slowly letting them go and keeping a good relationship with what you might call the mother country. So I love places like Canada, and although I did try to go there, but the nearest I come to Canada is watching the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Blue Jays in New York, and oh yeah, and also the Maple Leafs in Denver. That's right. And I love, like I said, I love Australia, New Zealand, of course, and I also have a thing for South Africa because I got friends in South Africa, especially one of maybe my best friend is South African, half Danish, who I met when I went to film college in Denmark. Speaking of film, I think this is the fourth thing he asked us about. He wanted us to show our favorite movie. So if you've seen my videos a little bit over the years, over the year, you know that I am a huge Woody Allen fan, and my favorite movie of all time is in fact a Woody Allen film, and it is Manhattan. I could also show you the soundtrack for this, but it's over there and this has already gone on for long enough. But anyway, I think this is a wonderful film. It's a celebration of New York. The black and white cinemascope is just absolutely fantastic and wonderful. And it's a film about love and friendship, which, yeah, you know, I just love this film so much. It's a beautiful, beautiful film. So, Mark, you know, uh, if you are going to drink beer, keep up the dark beers. That's a good thing. But listen to Garage Geek. Anyway, guys, hope you head on over to Mark and follow his thread. Give him a sub if you haven't already. He's a fun and great guy, and I love his videos. Take care, guys. Bye.